What's up everybody and welcome to another edition of AGR's Pop Culture Reviews. You know, when I was a kid, I remember watching on Nick at Night reruns of the old 1960s Batman show, and of course it was very campy. And then of course in 1989, Tim Burton took over the helm of The Dark Knight and completely blew my mind. I mean, it was the first time on film that I was actually scared shitless of Batman. He was very menacing. And I also remember how people were losing it when they found out that Mr. Mom, Michael Keaton, was going to be playing Batman. Of course, he played Beetlejuice, and it turns out that Michael Keaton's Batman was probably one of the best we've ever seen on film. It was truly an awesome performance. One of the things that made this performance so brilliant is the incredible range that Michael Keaton has. You have to remember, he had to play three characters. Of course, the billionaire, extraordinaire philanthropist, Bruce Wayne, Batman himself, and an amalgamation of the two characters, and it came out awesome. Throw into that Jack Nicholson's Joker, and you have an amazing film. This iteration of The Dark Knight will always be the one of my childhood. So today we're going to be reviewing Iron Studios' version of the '89 Batman, the 1/10 art scale limited edition statue. Let's take a closer look. Now, one thing that is absolutely undeniable about the '89 Batman is how unique this suit was. And likewise, the actor who played it also had very unique features. Some would say that this suit was designed around his jawline and his lips. The head sculpt here is perfectly recreated, and what we see in the film is what we see in this statue. The eyes here are magnificently done, very well sculpted and menacing. There's something to be said about the chiseled brow. It's just very awesome. I love the sharp and angular points. And you can't deny that this is Michael Keaton. This is awesome, guys. Simplicity of design and art style is really the inspiration for this piece. I absolutely love how he just looks like a pillar of justice. The color palette is done so well here, including the textures. Just look at the way the cape is sculpted and the way it drabs over his shoulders. Very nice. And of course, breaking up the monotony of the all-black suit is the wonderful focal point with the Bat utility belt, and of course, that incredible Batman insignia that is specific to the first Batman film. We didn't see it in any other films. It is really awesome, guys. One of my favorite ones. Now, the lower section of this piece is actually very interesting. They could have been lazy and just sculpted the cape with a little bit of the legs protruding, but they didn't do that. They actually sculpted the entire leg and sculpted the cape around them. It's very good looking, and it gives it a nice sense of 3-dimension. The rolls and the folds here look incredible, guys. And of course, it almost looks like he's levitating as the cape is slightly obscuring the feet, which looks pretty cool, guys. The illusion is very well done, especially on the way that he's standing on the base. Now, if you just have this piece in your collection, and we'll talk about that later, you definitely want to mirror it, because the reverse side, although it's seemingly very simplistic, the cowl is one of the best I've ever seen in the Batman suits. It is so nice. You see the separation between the cowl and the actual cape, very well done here. Again, those rolls and the folds in the sculpt of the cape itself is truly magnificent, and you get a greater appreciation for that on the reverse side, guys. This is just a very well done job, so definitely mirror this one. Now, the base in and of itself is seemingly not too ostentatious, and I actually had to remove this figure so you can get the full effect. I absolutely love this base. It's understated, and yet it is so freaking cool, guys. I love its thin profile, especially the shape, and of course you have that wonderful Batman logo, and the offset between the black and the yellow just looks so nice, guys. It is the definition of the '89 Batman. I love this base, guys. Very small footprint. Again, these things are just so cool. Now here's where I'm going to get a little bit of shit, I'm sure, but follow me on this one. This is an amazing piece, and it's definitely a must-own, but it's not necessarily a holy grail piece, and I say that with a bit of a caveat, because there is another piece that accompanies this statue, which is the '89 Batmobile I'm hoping to do my review. Those two together, absolutely a holy grail piece. If you have the NECA or the Hot Toys '89 Batman, I think that should be enough, especially for the price point here. I just can't justify it. But if you do have a little extra coin lying around, definitely pick this one up. Now, before I go, I just want to thank F&B Collectibles Incorporated for sponsoring today's video, and Big Bad Toy Store for sending this wonderful piece over for review. And if you're interested in this and other collectibles, please visit www.bigbadtoystore.com. Alright everybody, so that's my official review on Iron Studios' version of the '89 Batman, the 1/10 art scale limited edition statue. As always, I thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next AGR's Pop Culture Reviews.